This is a warning. I'm sure you guys all heard this cliche so far. Clarinetists are always sharp and flutists are always flat. And bassoonists are always sharp and oboists are always sharp. This video today is about completely ignoring the perception that other people might have about our instrument, including ourselves, and to just completely play in tune. So in youth orchestras, oftentimes we learn that for clarinetists, it's actually okay to play too sharp. And for flutists, it's generally accepted that they play too flat, everything. Okay, for the piccolo, it's accepted that they play 1 kilometer too flat. And for bassoonists, it's accepted that they play too sharp. And the same applies to oboists. But try to completely unhear this reality, okay? So our instrument is absolutely capable of playing perfectly in tune. Perfectly. Each single note. Without an exception. Even the throat A, even the throat B flat, even the long B here, and even all of the notes from the altissimo. So don't allow yourself to give you a reason that playing too sharp is okay. So if you will play consistently too sharp, you will make it much more difficult for your colleagues in the orchestras or the ensemble or the duet, whatever you're playing with other people, okay, to play comfortably, okay, because they will have to adjust to your sharp pitch, which means they will have to bite or they will have to do weird things with their embouchure in order to adjust to your standard, too sharp pitch. Okay, so you will not notice that you're doing something uncomfortable because you will just play your comfortable instrument. The buffet clarinet is too sharp, so I can play too sharp. No, you're making life more uncomfortable for your colleagues in the orchestra. So you need to find a way to completely play in tune. Because if the notes, the chords don't perfectly align, then they will always sound a bit like single notes. Okay, and if it's like single notes, there's always something not quite right, and you can never fully relax and just let go and just let the sound form itself. Because once everything is perfectly in tune, the sound mellows together and then comes out really big as one entire sound. Okay, so in order to do this, also the clarinet and also the flute have to be perfectly in tune. So now we have a couple of ways to make notes more flat, okay? So the first way is obviously to pull out, okay? To just pull out here at the barrel. To make the adjustment even more evenly, we can pull out also here in the middle a little bit, okay? Because if you pull out here, this applies more to the higher notes than to the lower notes. In order to do this adjustment evenly, we need to pull out here and a little bit here if we are too sharp. Then the adjustment will be evenly throughout the entire instruments. You can, for single notes that, maybe you will play a major third that really needs to go down, you can open up your throat a lot and maybe even lower your tongue position a tiny little bit in order to bring the note down. This is the second option you will have. The third option you will have is to buy really good in tune material. Okay, so there's mouthpieces that are more in tune than others. For example, I play this A1 Licostini and it's quite nice for the intonation for my instrument. So some other mouthpieces don't really have really good intonation, so I don't play them. So find a mouthpiece that has quite even intonation throughout the instrument, so that not every note is different. Yeah. Then the next way you can change the intonation is obviously to put another hand down here at the throat notes. You have a G sharp, you can put some fingers down. You have A, you can put some fingers down. You have B flat, if it's too sharp, you can put some fingers down if the B flat is too low. You can play it as an A with a trill key, then it will be sharper. Okay, so you have many options to bring notes in tune like this. Then also, if you have, for example, second register notes like the A, B, whatever, you can lower the next finger from the next note a little bit, like in a flat way, okay? So you can lower the finger in a flat way to bring it closer to the tone hole and control the pitch down like this. For some notes, if they are too sharp, it's already enough to just put one of the lower keys here where these lower pads go down, like for example the E key or the F key. It's already enough to give more roundness to the note and to bring it a little bit more in tune. For altissimo notes, you have various different fingerings for each single note. Okay, so choose the one that is in tune for this passage. So for example, if this one for the D is not in tune, add the C sharp. It will become a little bit more round, a little bit more in tune. If the F like this is not in tune, add this to make it higher, or take another fingering to find maybe a little bit lower pitch F, okay? But if you want to become a professional clarinetist, you must find a solution to play each and every note on the clarinet without an exception and without allowing yourself, oh, the clarinet must be sharp because it is sharp. It is not. It is absolutely perfectly playable, perfectly in tune, like a violin or a cello, or I will not say a piano because a piano is not perfectly in tune, but like every other instrument, okay? So every note on the clarinet can be played in tune and is played in tune by really, really professional players. So make it a goal for you as well. If your band director says, no, don't worry, the clarinet is usually sharp, you can't do anything about it, you can. Okay, take this from me, you can totally play it in tune, so play it in tune. If you would like to go from good to great on the clarinet fast, sign up on clarinetmasterclass.com, my program down below. And if you would like to hear more about intonation and my favorite exercise for intonation, go click this video right here.